I'm Connie Price, Planning Director for Wayne County. We cover all of the areas of Wayne County outside of the jurisdiction of the towns. We try to cover zoning, subdivisions, mobile home parks. We do with billboards, junkyards, stormwater, a variety of land use issues throughout the county. One of the things we work on is with zoning proposals. When someone has a use of their land and wants to make a change to another use, sometimes it's in an area that's zoned. What zoning is, it controls the use of the land. It sits that some areas are better suited for industry, some are better suited for residential, some are better suited for parks because of being in the floodplain. And what we try to do is find that the use of the land is based on the surrounding area, based on what's there already. Some areas are border railroads, some border the rivers. Try to find what would be the best use of that land based on how it's used now and how it might be used in the next few years, 20 years, based on improvements that may be coming to that area. We've come up with some zoning proposals for the areas along the 70 corridor on how that might change the areas north of Goldsboro based on what's there and what may be there. And I've got a proposed map to show you on that. What this is a zoning proposal map for the areas west of Goldsboro, picking up where the city of Goldsboro's jurisdiction ends on their western end and extending along the existing 70 out to the Johnston County line. The northern boundary of this area is the Little River. The southern boundary is generally the railroad, the Norfolk Southern Railroad, and the areas around Rosewood School that are already zoned. What the different colors on this map reflect is different proposed zones. Some are residential, some are industrial, some are commercial. This map shows the proposed 70 going north from this area, going to, heading toward Goldsboro. Around the interchange, it's likely that the area will be developed in a commercial nature. We've got Walmart on this corner here. In the blue areas that we're showing around that may well develop in a commercial nature also. Fork Township is providing sewer in that area. Water is available. It's in close proximity to fire protection and EMS. It will have easy access to the existing 70 and also to the new 70, providing access for people throughout the county and throughout the region to get to this area. Either side of that is residential area, which will be the yellow areas, the orange areas, and then these the pink areas that you see here. The yellow areas are those areas that is a mixture of agriculture and residential. The minimum lot size in that area is about 20,000 square feet or about a half acre. The orange is what we call R15. Those are areas that we think are best suited for single family residential. They allow houses but would not allow commercial development in these areas. Most of these areas already that I have on this map have existing subdivisions in place along 581, along Riverbend Road, along 70, and tried to have some of the adjoining property in the R15 also. This color here, the pink color, the RA30, most of that area is based on it being existing farmland and also bordering the Little River. Most of that area is in the floodplain for the Little River. In fact, the boundary that you see here between the pink and the yellow actually follows the floodplain boundary going along the Little River. All of these areas here are in the floodplain. According to our growth strategy map and our comprehensive plan, we would prefer there not be any residential development in that area. Scattered site housing is okay. But trying to avoid the subdivisions where you have large numbers of people and new streets clustered in that area, we'd want to avoid that. It's good farmland, it's good pasture land, it's good woodland, and we think that would be the highest and best use for those areas. This being the railroad, Norfolk Southern Railroad, that extends from Goldsboro up to Raleigh. That railroad is going to be there. It's been there for over 100 years now, but also the property along that railroad needs to be protected for future industrial use. Railroad's not used as much now as it was in the past for industrial movement of goods, but there does need to be some areas protected. What this green area shows is a large area that could be used for industry, but allow rail sidings to be put into that area. We've got some heavy industry out here along 70. This is where some existing industry is already. This could easily be changed to heavy industry if the use required. The difference between light industry and heavy industry. Heavy industry are those types of industries, maybe like a fertilizer plant or a concrete plant. They have a lot of outdoor activities. Light industry might be like a small manufacturing plant. You've got one building, but if you didn't know what was going on in the building, you wouldn't know. You couldn't tell. It doesn't emit any smoke or odors. Would not affect the surrounding residential areas. The small areas that you see, we've got a few in this area. We've got a little darker green areas. Those are existing mobile home parks in the area. Mobile home parks allow homes that are closer together. They have smaller lots, and so that would be a change from the surrounding areas that require half-acre lots. So the homes in there might be 10,000 square feet in size, about a quarter-acre lots. The blue that we see in scattered areas along 70 are where existing commercial uses are and are likely to continue. And we may see those over time continue out along the existing 70 corridor. Our growth strategy map that we have as part of our comprehensive plan that was done a few years ago recommends most of this area along the existing 70 be in an urban transition area. That is, that it moves from being residential, or rather even from rural, to more urban nature, to having more higher dense population, to having commercial uses, to having industrial uses, population centers, employment centers that we don't have out there now. In looking at this area, of course, this is one side of the county. The 70 corridor is going to extend across the whole county, and it's going to go from this being Johnson County, breaking off here at the existing 70 at NC 581, and going to the east. It's going to cross 795. It will cross the existing 117. It will cross Wayne Memorial Drive, and that section from 795 to Wayne Memorial, of course, is being built now. The next phase would take it from Wayne Memorial Drive to the Lenoir County line, and we're looking at some proposals in that area also. We've got some areas, on this computer screen here, this corridor coming through here is where the existing 70, or the proposed 70 rather, will be crossing the county. This is the city of Goldsboro. Seymour Johnson is in this area here. This is the zoning area that we have east of Seymour Johnson going toward the Greene and Lenoir County lines. This area in here is along 13 North in the vicinity of the Rain Tree area. This would be the intersection of Wayne Memorial and 70 in this area here. Likely to have some commercial development there along where Wayne Memorial and 70 interchange. We've got commercial zoning set up for the interchange of 13 and 70 out north of Goldsboro. The next interchange is Parkstown Road and 70. And I don't see at this time there being commercial around that interchange because of there not being any sewer lines available there, 2-lane roads. It's distance from Goldsboro. That would be at a later date before anything changes there, even though there would be access to 70 at that point. Then we come down and tie back into the existing 70 down there at the edge of LaGrange, just inside of Lenoir County, and can see some commercial development around that interchange there. On this map, part of what we have, this area that we see in this area here was put in place because of Seymour Johnson, because of planes flying over that area, trying to keep the population density low in that area. The red is a 1-acre lot size. Either side of that is 3/4 acres, and outside of that is half acres. The green on this is light industry. There would not be any subdivisions going into that area. So we prefer, with the runway being here, planes coming in like this, trying to avoid having population centers in those areas that the planes are flying over. All right, with these proposals that I've got, with the ones that you've seen, all of those are being developed at the staff level right now. We plan on, after the first of the year, to get out and have a series of community meetings, allow the public to have a chance to look at these, ask questions before it's officially adopted and comes into play. It would have to be presented to the planning board. Planning board would make recommendations to the county commissioners. The county commissioners would actually have public hearings on this, and then at some future time, if they see fit, they'll adopt this. But in the process, all of these are in a state of development right now. This is draft one, you may call this. Once we get out and meet with the public, we may have to change this from pink to yellow, or change this from blue to green, based on what information we find in talking with the property owners. But this will give us a start. What we'll do is probably, I can see maybe in January, is start setting up some community meetings. We'll notify the property owners. We'll send out a postcard and let you know when that's going to happen. But in the meantime, if you have questions, please call our office. You know, come by the Jeffries building here in Goldsboro. We're at 134 North John Street, and our telephone number is 731-1650. We'll be glad to talk to you about what we've got going on. If you'd like, and just to send us a note, you can email us you can go to the Wayne County WayneGov.com website and go to the planning department and get our email address. You can send it to connie.price@waynegov.com. We'll be glad to respond back to you that way. Do anything we can to help you understand what the proposals are.